Hey everybody, it's your old pal Mike. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. And I'm coming to you live from our destroyed living room filled with boxes and all of our personal belongings strewn about the apartment. I'm sporting the latest in moving beard technology. I don't know if you can see the goodness that's happening right here, but I'm a mess. We are almost packed up, almost ready to go. We are a week away, and I thought it would be a good time to go over all of my guitars, make sure they're move ready, and why not make a video while we do that? So, waiting in the wings is my lovely wife, my wife. That is Borat from the movie Borat. She is going to hand me a guitar. I'm going to keep my eyes closed, and I'm going to guess what guitar it is, and then I'm going to play it a little bit for you. Not very long, because, oh boy, do we have a lot of packing left to do. But that's the format for today's episode. I hope that you enjoy it, and without further ado, let's get into it. Eyes closed. Hand me a guitar. I'm so excited. I wonder what it's going to be. Who is it going to be? Oh, it's in my lap. Okay. Oh, this is my bass 6, isn't it? Hell yeah, it's my bass 6. I love this thing. This is a 2012? 2013? Probably 2013. I think that's 14. Anyway, this is a Squier vintage modified bass 6, which is one of my favorite instruments in the world. And I have definitely upgraded it and made some changes. It's wearing a Stay Trim 6 bridge. It's got a trio of Lawler pickups. I painted the headstock black because I wanted it to match. And before you scream at me for putting a Fender decal on a Squier talk bass, they did not have Squier decals available for purchase, so I just went with the Fender. Whatever, I'm not selling it, it's mine. But it is one of my favorite instruments in the world. Also, Fender AVRI vibrato with an upgraded, stiffer spring, so it feels real good. You may remember this from the very recent Star Trek video that I did with my friends Vanessa and Eric, which you can see on this channel, and thank you so much for watching. But I used this particularly for that Star Trek bass sound because it sounds so very 60s to me. It's fun. It works as a bass. It's a really great instrument. And if you weren't aware, those of you who are fans of Twin Peaks have been hearing a bass 6 for quite a long time, as this is the instrument responsible for this. Anyway, if you weren't aware, all a bass 6 is just a 6-string bass. It's tuned like a guitar, an octave lower, and is one of Leo Fender's most overlooked, but in my mind, coolest models ever. I love this thing. All right. Next, eyes closed. Gimme, 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 gimme. Satin finish. Oh, this is my Orangewood. Yeah. Now, if you don't know about Orangewood Guitars, it's a company that's making extraordinarily affordable acoustic instruments. These things are like $200, $220, something like that. And that seems like an absurdly low price for a guitar that sounds good, but believe me, they actually sound good. I can't say enough nice things. That's not bad at all for a $200 guitar. Yeah, Orangewood is a great company, and every time I pick this guitar up, I am struck by the cost to quality ratio that is embodied by this instrument. It sounds great, and whether you are a beginner or you're an intermediate or accomplished guitarist, you just want a good acoustic to have around the house, like, these things are absolutely worth your time. Can't say enough nice things. Thanks, Orangewood. Next! I am ready for another guitar, milady. Oh, layest thou upon me an instrument of sonic delight? Okay. Not gonna strum, not gonna mess it up this time. This smells like R2. It's R2! Yeah! Do I know my guitars or do I know my guitars? R2 is a very special instrument for me. You've seen it on the channel. You know it well. R2 is a guitar that I got in 2010, and it absolutely changed my life. The reason that I became so obsessed with offset guitars is directly because of this amazing guitar. R2 is a 2007 Fender AVRI 62 reissue. It's a thin skin, which is a series made for Wildwood and Dave's and Making Music? I think that was the third shop. Anyway, they are a special limited run of AVRI reissues, and they have an extraordinarily thin nitrocellulose finish. They were available in a huge range of custom colors. They have slightly fatter necks than the AVRI 62s did from factory, which actually doesn't bother me that much, although you know my general disdain for big necks. We know that. We're not even going to touch that. We're just going to move past it. But this neck is actually pretty comfortable for me. Modifications I have made to this guitar. Number one, as soon as I got it, this series also had gigantic frets, and I leveled them 3 or 4 times because it felt like railroad ties every single time I ran my hand up the neck. So I leveled the frets, I put lollers in here, I did some very slight rewiring of the electronics. I wanted slightly better pots in this thing. It's got a mastery bridge and a 1963 Jaguar vibrato. This guitar has been beaten up and used and abused and thrown a few times. You can see all of the nicks and dings and scrapes on this thing, but I have used it on stage, I have used it in studio, I have used it in musical theater performances that I've been in, and this guitar just means the world to me. Oh, also, note, it's got Janine from the Real Ghostbusters on the headstock, and on the other side, a little R2-D2 sticker from 1977, so it's perfect. All right, next. Come on, knock at my door. Okay. Oh, this is the 12. Oh, I love this guitar. This is a 1966 Fender 12. If you don't know what a Fender 12 is, it's kind of in the name. It's a 12 string. But a Fender 12 is a very fun instrument. Now, I am not the biggest 12-string user ever. In fact, I only bought this because at the time I was playing with fellow Robot and we had a song that opened with a 12-string, and gosh darn it, I just didn't own one, and I needed one. And so I pestered my good friend Brian of the band Fart Barf to sell his to me for, I think it took a month. I think I bugged him enough over the course of a month that he finally said, fine, just stop. Bud, just stop. Stop bothering me. And let me tell you, friends, that is the best strategy for buying that I have ever stumbled upon. I'm just kidding. Brian is the best, and he's a sweet man, and I love him. But this thing filled a very specific need that I had, and it was not expensive. It was a really good one. You can see it's been stripped to brown, and that's why I call this one Chewy. Chewy is on the headstock as well. That is a temporary tattoo that I love. And this guitar, it kind of makes me get 12 strings for the first time in my life. I was never that guy looking for jangly, was never the guy looking for that Rickenbacker sound. But when I found this, it just kind of opened me up to the idea that 12 strings could be usable for me. So let's hear what it sounds like. Would have been a good idea to tune these first.
Oh well.
Oh well. We'll just cut all this. It'll be easy for the people at home. This is the reason that I didn't want a 12 string in the first place. I just got by with my whammy, the octave up setting. But tuning 12 strings, look, I'm a guitar tech, and I'm telling you, it sucks every time. Don't let anybody tell you that 12 strings take no effort to tune. Oh my God. Come on, 12 string. Scoot your butt up there. Oh, you almost there, you little pipsqueak. I like using 12 strings wrong. That's where I really live. I like to put them through like an octave pedal, like the whammy. And there was a passage in this particular song that we had in our set where I'd pitch it up for effect, like so. Also, 12 strings are really good distorted. I don't know why everybody just focuses on the jangly nature of these things, but they are rock machines. Yeah! 12 strings! All right! Next! Oh. Ooh. Ooh. What are you? Oh, you're one that I'm not familiar with yet. This is the Yamaha. Yeah! This is a brand new guitar to me and something that I have to make some very specific musical content for. This is a really cool guitar. This is the Yamaha Revstar in green. It's a wonderful little rock machine. It's got two P90s, Lollers in fact, and it's a really great feeling, great sounding instrument that I'm really happy to have, and I'm only just scratching the surface of what it can do. Next! Eyes closed. Ooh. Ooh. Oh! This is a ukulele. And I can't really play it, but... this belongs to my wife. She knows how to play this. I don't. But this is a cool little Lanakai uke. And it was affordable and very, very good quality for what it is. So... I am waiting for a guitar like you. Oh, what's this gonna be? Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, it's in my... Okay, so feeling the neck. Oh, this is my baritone? No. This is my Harmony Silhouette, which I call Data because not only is it gold, but it also wears this kick-ass sticker from Deep Space 90s featuring Brent Spiner's head and a little holographic place for his positronic brain. This guitar means a lot to me. It was sent to me by Harmony way back when I did a series of demo videos for them. It was maybe the first time I felt legitimized as far as like being an artist, being a demo artist. They brought me to this warehouse and had me play and treated me as if I were a real musician. And it felt great. It felt great to finally get some recognition from a company that I liked. So they sent me this as thanks. And this is one of my favorite guitars in the world. It really is a solid instrument. Is it different from the original 60s Silhouettes? Absolutely. It is a completely different guitar. If you are looking for that like janky weirdness that old Harmonies had, you probably won't find it here, but what you will find is a refined, tuneful instrument that has a vibe. I mean, a vibe. Listen to this thing. Great guitar. Love this little guy. Next! I don't want to look wrong on the internet. He's a person just like us who has way too many guitars and can't tell them all apart on touch alone. All right, now this one. This is our wedding guitar. Hey, this is an Epiphone Dot reissue, really fun guitar, but it's got a lot of marker on it, and that's because this ended up being the guest book at our wedding. Instead of signing an actual guest book, we invited all of our wedding guests back in 2010 to sign a guitar so that they felt cool like rock and roll people. Now, we didn't bother to like clear coat the guitar or anything, so all of those signatures have faded. However, I don't look at that as the erasure of a memory, rather an invitation to create new ones. So over the course of the next many years, we will be having people who are really important to us sign the guitar as well. So that'll be really fun. This is, interestingly, my only guitar strung with flat wound strings, and that is because at the time that I strung it with flats, I was creating a soundtrack for a play up in Seattle, and I needed that like thumpy, low, down home kind of sound. Let me demonstrate. Yeah. Next. Put it on me. Oh my God, this is my bass. Yeah, hi bud. This is the first vintage instrument I ever bought. I got this back in 2007 off of eBay because I was looking for an old P bass and I wanted one that looked kind of beat up, and I saw this one in a listing and I thought, well, there's no way it could sound bad if someone played it that much. And I was correct. This remains the best sounding precision bass I have ever played. This is it for me. If I ever get another bass, it'll be something completely different, like a Mustang bass or maybe a jazz bass. I've started to really appreciate jazz basses in my old age. But this 73 Precision absolutely wails. This is such a fun instrument to play. It's had a refret, the guard is not original, and the knobs are replaced. But otherwise, it's totally straight. It's got the original pickup, and it is a bruiser. This thing has been through the ringer, and I am so happy that I get to keep it. Also worthy of note, it is one of the lightest precision basses I have ever encountered, especially from the 1970s. This thing weighs nothing. All right, next. Oh, I know what this is. This is the Electra. Yeah. This thing is heavy. Now, this is a guitar from 1982 called Electra. This is the X135. Yeah. This is a really cool guitar. I bought this right at the beginning of the pandemic off of Craigslist, and I found it for like $150, and I had to have it. Why did I have to have it? Because I like heavy guitars? No. Because I like maple necks generally? No. The reason that I bought this guitar is for the bridge. And I'm not going to go too deep into it because I've got some machinations in the works about this bridge. But this is a very particular bridge that I've been searching for years. But it just happens that this guitar is actually pretty good as well. It sounds decent, it plays great, and the pickups actually have coil splitting built in, which is nuts. So I'm going to play around with it for a minute and you'll hear some sounds. Pretty fun. Next. Who is this? Oh, is this 3PO? It is 3PO. Hi, bud. 3PO is my signature gold offset guitar by Shelton Electric Instruments. Shelton hired me to do some evaluation of some guitars from his line. He sent me 3 or 4, and I went through them with a fine-tooth comb, We talked about specs, we talked about string geometry, all of this stuff, and it amounted to quite a lot of work. And so he said, what kind of weird ass guitar would you like? And so 3PO was born out of this situation. Now 3PO has four, count them, four Curtis Novak pickups, 2 wide range in the neck and bridge position, 1 gold foil in the middle, and behind the bridge, a lipstick to capture all of those fun, weird resonances. This is my most impractical and strange guitar that I own, but it happens to be just such a wonderful player. I have modified it heavily over the years. I think I have rewired it 10 times just because I'm looking for something a little bit more flexible, we'll call it. So I may actually end up rewiring it again very shortly. But this has served me so well. I love... All right, next. Oh boy, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, it's my lap steel. Hi. I also use this in the Star Trek video. This is the instrument that I used to do a sort of theremin style take on the vocal line from the Star Trek theme. But this lap steel is wonderful. This is a 1951 Fender Champ steel. This is a fantastic student model instrument. It's got the Fender Electric Instrument logo on the headstock. Really wonderful instrument, and I'm so proud to have it. Oftentimes you'll see these hacked up or the pickups missing because people like to put these in Telecasters. This one still has its original pickup and wiring, and it sounds great. I think everybody who can afford one should have a lap steel. Lap steels are wonderful tools for songwriting or for getting out of your head a little bit. Yeah! Next. Oh, this is the Weezer guitar. My hand interpreted this as chips out of the finish, and I got confused for a second. This is my Rivers Cuomo caster. This is the guitar that I built when I was in a Weezer tribute band called My Name is Jonas Brothers in Seattle. And we started our band after seeing a bunch of other Weezer tribute bands that were good, but they didn't quite sound right. So we set about recreating or buying all of the equipment that the band was using from the 94 to 98 touring cycles. And we got pretty darn close. And this guitar was the result of tons of hours of research and poring over old music videos and performances like David Letterman. And I even recreated the electrical tape design that Rivers had on his guitar for the 95 Say It Ain't So performance. And this thing is great. I love this guitar. Next! Oh, this is my little Martin. Hey! So this little thing has been with me since like 2008, and I bought it originally because it had a really janky kind of fun sound that I wanted to record in place of like a regular acoustic. However, in the intervening years, I have kept it strung for Nashville tuning. If you're not aware of Nashville tuning, what it is you take the tiny strings out of a 12-string pack and you use those instead of the regular strings. So you end up with a guitar that sounds like this. Now, most people use Nashville tuning to double with a regular acoustic guitar to create a stereo 12-string in the studio. It's a really great trick. It's time-honored. It is the kind of thing that you have probably heard hundreds of times and never even known about. But me, I actually really like to keep a guitar in Nashville tuning because it's a great songwriting tool, because the highest open note on your guitar is now not the high E, it is the G. So you get some really interesting inversions out of it. I think this sounds beautiful. I couldn't be more excited to have this for stage, for studio, for whatever. Oh, also, it's signed by Glenn Hansard, who used to be maybe my favorite songwriter in the world, but he was kind of mean about it. So we just don't talk about that anymore. All right, this guitar is great. Try out Nashville tuning if you haven't. It's wonderful. Next, what's it gonna be? Oh man, this is a Les Paul. Yeah! This is the only Les Paul I currently own. It is a 2007 Les Paul Studio Faded Mahogany that I bought for $300 and immediately ripped out the extra electronics that I didn't need because I wanted a guitar specifically set up for bow. I'm a huge Sigur Rós fan, as I have mentioned before, and I desperately wanted to understand that sound. So this one, that's what this is meant for. Simplified electronics, one pickup, and a lot of rosin dust left on it from not being cleaned. Also, you can check the missing inlays on the fretboard. Those guys just keep falling out. And I keep losing them, so it stays like that. What are you gonna do? Gotta get the bow out at this nice carbon fiber Yamaha that I enjoy, because I can throw it and not worry about breaking it. In fact, I'm gonna stand up to make this easier on myself. who is this? Oh, that's my baritone. This is my baritone. Ha-ha! I got it. Everybody, this is Vader. Vader is a baritone built by Creston Lee, my good friend who builds out of Vermont, and it is exactly what I've always wanted from a baritone but never been able to get. It has a mahogany body, a mahogany neck, glow-in-the-dark inlays, and a mastery vibrato with a Death Star on it. This is my dream come true, really. Thunderbird pickup in the bridge from Lawler, as well as a Lawler neck pickup. And the best part, light-up switches, echoing Vader's chest panel from Star Wars. As pickup selectors. So this thing is great. It's got a rhythm circuit. This is everything to me, and it sounds incredible. Next! Oh, this is my acoustic. This is my 64 Gibson J50. This is a great acoustic guitar that we found at Guitar Center for like $1,300 because look at the thing. It was cracked on the back. It needed some serious attention, but I just had to have it. And this guitar sounds incredible to me. I'm not sure if you'll even pick it up on the mic, but it's amazing. Next! Jaguar. I knew it. This is my parted together 63, 65 Jaguar. It's got a 63 body, 65 neck, routed for Curtis Novak 12 pickups, refinished in charcoal frost metallic, my favorite of the rare Fender colors. This is a complete bruiser of a guitar, and something that I really enjoy playing when I'm looking for a sound that is completely unlike any of my other guitars. Like, this thing just rips. Next! Who's it gonna be? who's it gonna be in my lap? I know the wait. This is Pancake. This is my best friend, musically speaking. Pancake is a 1961 Fender Jazzmaster that you have seen before. It is the guitar that I reach for first before all others. It is the guitar that if our entire lives were on fire, I would run back into a burning building to save this one. I don't want to, but I could deal without any of the others that I've shown you today. But this one just feels like home. Like, this is the first time in my life that I have felt such a connection to an instrument. I wasn't always super precious about guitars, but then I met this one and I thought, oh, that's what people talk about when they talk about being connected. When they talk about being able to do things on a certain guitar that they can't do on any other. This is that guitar for me. It's the neck, it's the weight, it's the feel, it's the sound, it's everything. This guitar is it for me. Next.
That's it.
Wait, that's it? We did everything? I'm free. We can stop now. I only got one wrong. That's because I don't play those as often. I feel pretty good. It was one that I missed out of 19? Out of 18? We'll do the math later. I don't know. Anyway, that'll about do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching as I run through everything I own before we leave town. Do note that because we're moving, this might be the only video you get from me for a little while. I will do my best to check in, but, you know, we're leaving on Monday, and we're going to be driving straight through, I think. So we will check in once we land and get settled. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, for subscribing. I appreciate you. I have just hit 4,000 subscribers, and that blows my mind, and I cannot thank you enough for following along as I try to have fun with music, because music is the best thing ever. It should be for everyone, and I welcome you. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this very strange internet journey. I hope you're taking care of yourself and each other. Stay tuned for more videos in a bit, and we'll see you in the next one.